you're looking at a 2 weeks production shutdown. What data are you looking at to see if you have to extend that?
Yeah, hello. First of all, we just finished our annual press conference, and we are looking back to a very successful year, 2019, with an all-time high in sales volume, revenue, and operating result, and a lot of new products from Porsche last year. Overall, the new first electric one, the Taycan. And we came from a very good position to 2020, and now we are faced to a huge challenge by the coronavirus. And we decided this week, because of our supply chain and the sales increase, especially in the European market, to close our factories for the next 2 weeks. And then we will decide step by step how to continue.
What's your confidence that you can pick up in 2 weeks? And if you do you expect a full return to production, or is it going to be a slow drip?
It's too early to predict how we will continue. We have a team where we come together every day in order to analyze and to decide how we will go on. And therefore, we think 2 weeks is a first step, but it could be longer.
How long can you sustain before you have to make some real CapEx decisions or other capital expenditure decisions?
We have a so-called crisis toolbox, and then we will decide week by week on the cost side what we have to do, technical decisions. And I think for the next weeks we are well prepared, also from liquidity and so on. But if it will last several weeks or months, we have to take more measures to attack the situation.
What measures are, if you're going to have to sort of rank what measures you'd look at first, can you do that for me?
Yeah, first of all, is to put concentration of our main business. That's an important point. Then we have a lot of cost reductions we can do, and therefore depends in which situation we are, what measures we have to take. But it's coming from cost and technical decisions.
You also are planning to invest about 15 billion euros through 2024 in electric mobility and that shift to really EVs. Does that have to be changed, pushed back? Do you think of it differently now in the middle of the virus?
For us, it's very important, and you're right. We have the plan to invest 15 billion euros, especially in future technologies, in the next 5 years. And I think it's very important, especially in a situation like this, in the transformation period for the automotive industry, to invest in future technologies. And so we will we fix our plan, and then we will do it. But we will analyze very deeply in the next weeks if it's necessary to postpone some investments. Mm-hmm. But we will continue, and we think it's so important, especially in a period like a crisis, to invest.
And then in terms of focusing just on the U.S. as we're sort of systematically shutting down and California just went into lockdown, can you give us some kind of visibility into dealers and sales here in the U.S.?
We had a very successful year, 2019, with over 60,000 units we have sold our customers. And we have over 190 dealerships in the U.S. The majority of our dealerships are still not affected, but we have to watch very, very deeply what will happen in the next weeks. And we already mentioned, especially from New York, from California, that our dealerships are closing, and we haven't got the sales like in the last months in the US. And so I think the situation is very serious, and we have to decide step by step what will happen in the market in the US.